KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here. Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And Ding Dong. Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. It's Monday. It's November 18th of 2024, and it's 6 o'clock on the dot with the gang. Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. And here we go with the week of Thanksgiving break.
Wait.
Kids are getting out this week because all next week.
Next week's Thanksgiving week.
But a lot of kids get out on like Friday.
Or some kids get on Wednesday, depending on their school and how they do their calendar.
It used to be so easy back in the day. We knew the summertime, so like every school started the same day in August. Now it's like the whole month.
When I was a kid, we did not have all of Thanksgiving week off.
Oh, no.
It was
No,
Wednesday.
did
We
not.
went till Wednesday. I think maybe we got it at 12 on Wednesday, the day before
Well, this-
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
This
we
is
just
new,
got
like-
that in the day after.
I feel like this is new like the last like 10 years.
Yeah, I definitely remember there was a vote. Like there was like an email newsletter saying, here are our choices for how we're going to shake out the year this year. Who wants to have school before and after Memorial Day? Who wants to have a whole week off
Well,
at Thanksgiving?
I'm sure it's a little bit more than just making just a guess. They probably did a lot of research to find out what's best for the kids. Should
They
we
don't have any money for research. I don't think.
take the whole
There's
week
not-
off?
that was the research, right? It was the email with what would you like? Option
Vote
A or
here.
option B?
they go to school earlier in the year and they go later. So they just, they stretch out. There's longer week breaks throughout the school year, which we never had as kids growing up.
Yeah, I never had the Friday and the Monday off around Columbus Day / Indigenous Peoples Day
Day, yeah.
weekend.
Because we had to work like up to Wednesday,
Right.
and then they'd want us even back on a Friday.
For Thanksgiving
week. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Remember
I
we had
remember.
we were going to leave Wednesday early, like as soon as the show's over, because there's nothing to do, and
yeah.
that guy wanted to meet with us and
God.
talked our ear off for an hour.
We
We're
had a
like,
stupid meeting just
And
sitting there for an
then
hour.
we had to broadcast on a Friday from the mall.
Did we do that here? I did
No,
that in
not
Philly. We did that here? I did that in Philly. I never did
We
that.
did
wanted
it
you
at the other
to do
radio
it-
station.
They wanted to do it here because all the people were busy with the traffic.
Oh.
With people being
Now
in the
here, I mean,
malls
it
and
makes
stuff.
sense.
Oh.
It makes sense to talk about the traffic and everything because there is a lot of mall traffic.
You just know it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Even in today's day and age, it's still bad. When everyone's shopping Amazon.
As much as people say, oh, it's only online shopping, they're still going out for the deal. Like, I'm still going out.
You ever get those videos on like social media where they show you a video? Here's what it looked like in the 90s to go in
yeah.
the mall. And somebody had the recorder, or they're at a fraternity party and they show the
I like
camera and
this
stuff.
throwback.
See their hairstyles, like what they look like.
It's kind of fun, The problem is if you join one of those groups, then the algorithm thinks that that's all you want to see, and you get nonstop retro stuff thrown at you.
I never joined the group. I don't want to join
Yeah,
it.
I did. I
Join
joined
it.
this
They just see your
Houston.
algorithm. They just see you stop and look at it for a few seconds. They think you like it.
What does it take? Like 2 seconds or 3? If you look at it for 3 seconds, it clicks that you're into it, right?
Can it tell if you're scrolling and then you see something and you scroll back?
Probably.
Yeah.
It knows everything. It knows every keystroke.
It's all knowing.
Well, on Friday, we were live at NRG Center for the Houston Ballet Nutcracker Market, which came to an end yesterday at 5. And
Were you
kinda
there?
sad about it. No, I wasn't there. It was my son's birthday yesterday, so we had birthday fun. But on Friday, when Sam was broadcasting live, after our show was done, I went upstairs with Irvin, our digital guy, because I told you guys about the fashion show upstairs, the Macy's fashion show. 1,700 people.
Whoa.
1,700 people. It is a quadruple runway. So the models... I hope you're not shy. You're not just walking down one runway. You're walking down basically the level of 5.
Wow.
Because you got to go down, and then you got to do the turn, and then you got to go up. So really, let's double that, right? And so I showed Irvin the ways of up there, and one of my friends does makeup for the models, and she was showing us all this different stuff. And I said, and Irvin goes, or I don't know, maybe I said, should we have a drink? I guess we gotta have a drink. I mean, it's like 10:30 because there was a bar right there, and somebody said, "Y'all want to get a drink?"
Irvin said that, or you said that?
I think probably I did because I go, it's 10:30 and these chicks are like double fisted mimosas over here, right? And so I said, sure, I guess so. And so the 2 bartenders who are Aramark, NRG employees, turns out one of them knew Irvin from like digital stuff that he does and that person's other job. And then the other guy listens to the Roula and Ryan show. And so they had Carajios, Special K. They offered carajillos. And the liquor 43 is not just regular liquor 43, it was creme brulee flavored liqueur 43. Liquor 43 is what you put in the cold espresso to shake it up to make a carajillo on
different.
ice.
Yeah.
And it was delicious. And you know me and my lightweightness. After I drank, I go, well, now I'm here till 1. I can't drive home now. And Irvin goes, are you serious? I go, yes, Irvin, I am totally hammered.
Well, off one
he goes,
drink.
are you serious?
Those
one
creme
drink.
brulee, like
Because
like half the
it was
potency.
I see you feeling good, but
because I was all, we've been since 5.
Are you
and
on
our
any kind
adrenaline
of
was
medication
running.
or something?
No, I just am such a lightweight, and I don't drive at all if there's anything in my system.
Well, that's good.
Smart.
I'm glad that you're safe.
Yeah. So, I told Irvin, I go, well, I guess I'm going to be here till 1 now. Let's go downstairs and go hang out with Sam till 12. And then,
And she did, really did.
and I did.
Yep.
And then I was like, okay, well, I have 2 things I got to do inside the market before I leave. And then I told Sam I better change and go in my regular, low profile so that I could just zip, zing, 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 zing through all those things because I couldn't be all like, look at me in my sequin nutcracker market outfit.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be all va-va-voomy. I wanted to be like all low pro. Like, let me just keep my head down and zoom through the people so I can get to where I need to go, right?
get in there.
And not stick out because a lot of people are very sparkly and I didn't want to be very sparkly.
What'd you find?
Oh, I got to do the 2 things I needed to do. I had to switch out a sweatshirt and can't remember the second thing. But then when we were doing the live broadcast and Sam and I went on the golf cart, if you go to @RadioRula Instagram, I think it's still there. Maybe
so much fun.
KRBE's too. We got on the golf cart with Angie, who is the grand poobah of the whole event. The
grand poobah.
And we zoomed through all the empty aisles. And when we were coming back to broadcast with you guys, I said to this lady at a booth, oh my God, hold that dress for me. I'm going to come back and look at it. It took me about an hour and a half to navigate where that booth was.
Oh, yeah. 'cause
That
you're
I told
flying
her,
through. To remember where
am I
everything's at.
and where is that dress?
Yeah, it's at Radio Roula.
Radio Roula
okay.
still there?
Posted it so you can see it.
Cool. So we had a very good time, but then then that was like 1:30, and then I met some friends, and then I saw this person, and I was so tired, and I was like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. I guess I better go.
Ugh.
5 p.m.
Oh, my God.
5 p.m.
I like
No,
going,
thanks.
but
Time suck. 5 p.m.
5
No.
to 5.
Absolutely
And-
not.
12 hours at the Nutcracker?
And I
That's
didn't
a
even go
long
down more
day.
than like 4 aisles, Ryan.
Yeah, no.
Oh, my God.
I didn't even go down more than 4 aisles. I feel like I went down the same aisle the whole time, seeing people.
It's so funny how men and women are so different. I knew that I wanted to get one thing at the Nutcracker. I just wanted to get her,
One item.
my fiance, one thing. I was in and out like Precision Strike.
Because you weren't there to shop.
That's
You
not
were
fun,
there to
though.
go
Yeah,
find
it's
the
fun.
thing and you're out.
It's fun
You're
to
like,
look
no.
around.
It is fun to
I
look
can see
around.
how you get carried away and how you can, haggle and wheel and deal and look at all these different things.
I never saw
women
those-
feel like those Bass Pro Shops.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They lose their husband in there for
that
5
big
hours.
one. Oh yeah, Bass Pro Shop, that one, big one on where 45 or something.
Yeah,
Is there
it was
one?
big.
There's a huge one somewhere.
I was at Dick's for like 3 hours, 2.5 hours Saturday.
That's how long you were there?
I think I got
Because
there
you
like
sent me
That's your
pictures.
Nutcracker
10:30.
market.
And I was like, you're like, I'm just buying some stuff. I'm like,
So I'm
I
trying
can't
to get
wait
stuff
to
for
hear how much
Disney.
you buy.
Are you at the Pearland one out by
No, Meyerland.
Okay.
over there.
And what'd you do for 3 hours in there?
Oh my gosh.
Just tried on like,
See?
clothes.
That's
and
your Nutcracker market.
try and get
Yeah.
some stuff for Disney because it might be
pretty cool.
colder there at nighttime. But
So
you can't
3
be,
hours.
can't be too heavy because you don't want to.
Right.
Because it's
Yeah.
hot.
And you're going to walk so much. I hope you have comfortable shoes. My mom
Yeah.
just went, and I got my mom and my dad matching shirts. So my mom said chest on it, and my dad said nuts on it. So chestnuts. And they had it like, and oh my gosh, the amount of people that stopped them to take photos with them. It was like my parents were like little celebrities, and they loved
How much?
it.
How long did they walk, or like how many miles?
My mom, I think, on the first day said they walked over 8 miles.
That's what's the only thing that sucks is
8 miles
It's
on
an
the
hour
first
ahead.
day.
That's a lot.
Like we're
Yeah.
gonna go the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and
Like
you have
when
to be
you're
there an
not used
hour
to walking like that.
early. 11. You do like 8 to 11 miles a day, easy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 'cause
Absolutely.
How many
You don't
the steps
realize
you
it.
do is insane. The
And then you're-
steps you do.
So hopefully you have comfortable sneakers.
If it opens at 7, it's really 6 our time, and you got to be there 30 minutes before.
Are you going to go as soon as they open, though?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, magic hours. 6
Oh,
a.m.
wow.
If you stay on
I got that
property, you
company
get it
that
at
I
6
meet
a.m.
them.
or 7 a.m.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you like
gotta
to
meet
go
them
all out. See, my
30
parents
minutes
didn't
before.
ride any of the rides. Like, my dad doesn't.
really?
Yeah, he doesn't like roller coasters. They were just kind of there to,
Just walk around.
yeah, walk
Okay,
around, see
Sam,
the
I am so glad
lights
you're
and
saying that
everything.
because for years before I ever went to Disney in my life,
Sounds awful.
I would say on the air, if I ever go to Disney, I'm not there for the rides. I will never
Yeah.
go on a Disney ride. I
That's
don't
how
need to
my
go on
dad
a
is.
ride.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone in here is like, "You're crazy. What's the
Yeah.
point of going?" I go, because I want to see all the things and eat some of the food and drink some of the drinks and
Yes.
and do all the events. And I did do some rides, but I don't like roller coasters. Like Slinky
that's
Dog.
my
Everyone loves
favorite.
Slinky Dog. Man, I had to close my eyes on Slinky Dog the whole time.
Rock and roller coaster.
Oh, God. The one that I was
sounds
on
so
with Eric
fun.
and Nikki, I thought I was going to throw up on
the
her.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
The picture
Yeah,
of
don't
me
do
is
that.
my poncho over my face so I don't throw up on Eric's wife.
Oh, God.
You get sick very easily when it comes to motion.
I was like, oh, God.
And you can't drink to pull it. You'll get drunk too
Oh,
fast.
make
So.
it worse.
Yeah, that would make it worse.
That kind of heel was so good.
Yeah.
Had I known I'd be at the Nutcracker Market until 5 p.m., let me promise you something. I would have had 2 or 3 or 4 of those.
Right.
Yeah, why
But I
not?
was thinking I'm only going to be here till 1 so I can let this thing like evaporate out of my blood. And then I was there till 5 and I didn't have any other fun jingle juices.
That was such a fun day, though. Like, it was a fun broadcast. I'm just glad that we did it.
I feel like
And-
ladies really drank a lot this year.
Yeah, I noticed
From
that
Wednesday to my wife went back Saturday with
Yeah.
the
our
girls.
kids. And
Our girls got recognized, by the way. Isn't that funny? My girls go, Mommy, me and Ava were shopping at one of the booths, and Miss Nagy was a couple away from us, and somebody came up and said, "Are you Roula and Eric's kids?" And they go, "Yes." And they go, "Wow, we love your parents."
Well, you could be grooming the
Awesome.
next generation of the show.
That's so fun.
I want them to have a bigger career.
Yeah.
I want them to do something.
I know. I do the
Could be
same
big
thing.
podcasters or something. Who
I've
knows?
asked my daughter so many times if she'd want to do this, and she's like, "Yeah, I respect what you do, but I want to carve my own path." And you know, it's like I can understand that. I never understood parents that were insistent upon having their children do
I think want them
exactly
to just
everything they did.
'Cause I know a lot of doctors that their kids are doctors. They're going to school to be doctors.
Well,
now.
that's different. You're
It's like
saving
whatever
lives.
your parent was,
But
you
you
are
see
lawyers
them.
who breed lawyers, doctors who breed doctors.
Like if you know your child
Restaurant
has
people
got
who
the
breed
brains
restaurant
for that.
people.
But do they push them to do that, or they just see their parents do it and then they go, that
You're
looks
kind of just
fun.
like, I mean, look, when I was growing up, I thought for sure my life was destined to be a restaurant person.
I was going to be a farmer because I thought that's all I could
Exactly
do.
right. And so my dad's dad was a farmer. And the only reason he's not a farmer is because at that point, that was the immigration generation where they're like, there's bigger things in this world. Let's go chase the American dream. Otherwise, my dad would have been a farmer and I probably would have been a farmer. Like a farmer's kid. And I would have
Been
married
farmers together.
some other guy that has land over there. We'd be like, some kind of battle of the landowners. That's right.
Nicholas.
That's right.
Hey, Nick.
Hopalopolises.
Papalopoulos is your husband.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Yeah, that's true. Today on the Roula and Ryan Show, more chances for you to score a trip to Los Angeles to see Billie Eilish in concert because she ain't coming here. The Texans are playing the Cowboys tonight. We have some exciting news about another Texans game with Beyonce. What's that connection?
Yeah,
Find out
that's
that.
cool.
That's big.
Here's your official weather for today, and don't be excited. It's hot outside. And sticky.
It's mucky and it's going to be rainy and it looks like it's going to drizzle throughout the day. High of 83 right now, 75 degrees and 612 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop on 104.1 KRBE.
It is brought to you by Taquerias Arandas. And don't forget, this morning at 9 o'clock, that is your first chance of the day to get the keyword that you need to make you a finalist for the trip to the Billie Eilish Sold Out Tour, Hit Me Hard and Soft Tour. We're going to send you and a friend to L.A. It's a trip for 2, including the 2-night stay and the 2 tickets to the concert at the Kia Forum. The date is December 16th. Just be listening Monday through Friday for the 4 chances of the day for the different keyword you get, so you can become a finalist for that. All right, tonight the Texans are taking on the Cowboys at 7:15 on ABC, ESPN, ESPN2. Dak Prescott is not playing for the Cowboys. 'cause
Cowboys
he's
are
out for the
winless,
rest of the
right?
season.
No,
not winless.
They're winless at home.
They're 3-6.
They're the only team that doesn't have a win.
Aren't they? I think they're 3-6.
At home.
Yeah.
So we have a better record than them right now, but we lost our last 2 games terribly. Like terribly meaning like it sucks for you as a fan because we were so close and we didn't score in the second half last.
It's a
2
hard
games.
pill to swallow.
Yes.
4 out of 5 games, second quarter or second half, we've never.
4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The first half of the game was great.
Nico Collins is back though. That's his gunslinger. That's who. He's going to score about 2 touchdowns tonight.
So it's at 7:15
Heard
tonight.
it
Is
here
kickoff.
from
2
Eric.
touchdowns.
He guarantees 2 touchdowns.
Two
Now we'll
touchdowns
have
and a
to shave
microphone.
Kevin's head.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how confident I am.
It's fine. Don't
That
come
was the
back.
punishment go to
Kevin's like,
Kevin.
He can grow back in 2 seconds.
That's
why.
true. He just grunts and hair comes out.
Yep.
That's fine. And Beyonce is going to be performing during halftime, but not of this game, of the Christmas Day Texans game, where the Texans will play on Christmas here against the Baltimore Ravens. And it's going to air on Netflix.
Oh, that's
Oh,
why
I hope they had better luck than they did
Is
with
that the first time on Netflix?
Yeah, but I hope they had better luck than they did with the Jake
fight?
Paul fight.
Crashed.
Yeah, so apparently
was
over the
awesome.
weekend.
Oh, my God.
I wish I
didn't-
didn't see the fight. I wish it was just the buffering because that fight was terrible.
You didn't
Yeah.
have to watch that fight to know that there was a lot of outrage. Jake Paul,
It was
YouTuber,
so staged.
Super, Weber, and Mike Tyson took each other on Friday night, and people say most people could not watch because Netflix kept buffering and freezing. But in the end, all you have to know is
They
that
fixed
Jake
it.
Paul won.
They did.
He didn't really, I mean.
Unanimous decision, they said.
He says he was taking it light on Tyson, but there was one point Tyson like goes a little ham on him, and then he stopped. It's like,
why?
I think Jake pulled back saying, hey, dude, bro.
Hey, this is all
The thing
staged.
that's so annoying,
I'm making
though,
you
is
$20 million. Leave me alone. I'm supposed to be
but
the
why
champ.
did he only make 20 mil? Like,
Jake gets
Jake
40.
Paul or Mike
Yeah.
Tyson?
Jake gets 40.
Jake gets
40
million.
Mike
And
got-
Mike Tyson got 20. Why?
Exactly. That's my whole entire thing.
because
I
Jake's
feel-
the mastermind behind everything.
Yeah.
Much as people can hate the Logan and Jake Paul,
Oh, for sure. They're
geniuses
They're
when it comes
smart.
to the stuff.
It's so funny. Have you seen all the memes? It's like, he's got his next fight lined up, and it shows Morgan Freeman. It's like all these elderly people.
He's in a no-win situation. If he loses,
What old person is he going to beat up next?
yeah, but
So no one knocked anyone out.
no.
No.
Isn't that
People
supposed
are
to be
waiting
how
for
it
that.
ends? How
I think most people were really upset because it just seemed so fake.
I mean, it was like 2-minute rounds.
And they weren't hitting each other real hard. Like,
Oh,
I'm just
Tyson
glad
was
you
more
guys
doing
watched it.
dances. He's
Tell
like,
me.
I just don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get hurt.
Don't hurt my face.
I'm
don't
60
don't
years
hit your
old.
neck
you
up.
want to fall and break a hip?
Because he was hurt, in July? Didn't he say he almost died?
Yeah. He had some kind of injury.
He said he almost died in June. He had 8 blood transfusions, lost half his blood and 25 pounds
So-
in the hospital, had to fight to get healthy to fight.
I mean, it's a fun concept. It really was. And I don't mean to sidetrack you from Scoop, but I mean, you have one job, okay, Netflix? You had one job,
I went to this.
not to have the fight go down.
Yeah, the
Rockets-
hashtags were Netflix broken, unwatchable, and buffering, all
I was,
trending.
I was at this place in Kevin's neighborhood in the Heights. What was it called? Crisp?
Yeah,
And they had like a
Crisp?
bar area. That's where I was
Okay.
eating my wife because we were waiting for my daughter at a play or something. So the game, the Rockets game was outside in a patio part.
Yeah.
And inside they had the boxing, but it was not the good. It wasn't Jake and Tyson. It was like, they have 7 other boxing
Right,
matches.
right.
So I'm like,
Oh, they did?
I'm like, can you put the Rockets game on here? He's like, well, somebody requested it. I'm looking around and there's like 2 tables. Then I was like, look, we're the only table left in that area. I'm like, really?
Wait a second. That happened to you at The Bachelor years ago. Do you remember?
Couldn't change it for me.
You were out at a restaurant and there
bad
was like
luck.
a big, I don't think, maybe it was a Texans game. I don't know what was on. And the bartender had The Bachelor on, and you
I
said,
had the
"Can you
worst
put on the game?" And they said somebody requested that. Like the one girl in the whole
should
place
be a
next to
rule.
you had asked for The Bachelor, and
If you
you're like, "I
request
want
it,
to
you
watch
have to
this
stay.
game."
Once you request and they do it,
You just sit right in front of that TV.
Yeah, and
They
if you-
went to the
if you
trouble.
leave, then they can change it.
Yeah.
I was kind of.
Do you think that the fight was like
food was good there? By the way, crisp.
crisp is good?
Yeah,
Makes you want to drink.
So that was Friday
Crisp.
night.
Yeah. That's like a fall
Oh, I wanted to
fizzy
tell-
beverage.
Yeah.
I know. I was just like, man, come on.
I wanted to tell y'all
Levels.
Friday night, because I thought the fight maybe was the reason why Chelsea Handler's crowd was so thin, because we went to go see her at Smart Financial Center. And I've loved Chelsea, but that's the first comedy show I've ever just gotten up and walked out of. It was like so boring.
Oh, you
After
went down to that
42
one guy
minutes.
with the mullet.
Oh, yeah. That rednecky thing. That was
Yeah.
boring, too.
Everyone likes that guy.
How many people were at the Chelsea Handler show? If it was
I-
6,000 plus can fit in all those
Oh, they had it in its smallest configuration, and there was nobody upstairs. I'd say maybe 500 people. They could have easily fit that crowd in the
So
Improv.
less than we had for the road show?
Oh, yeah. We had way more at the road show than
Wow,
Chelsea
interesting.
did.
Man, I didn't even know she was in town.
But I mean,
forgot
you
about
would
that.
have,
why.
Roula, I
That's
think
why.
you would have probably cringed and walked out after the first 5 minutes.
She's just not my kind of comedy.
She was talking about
Not interested.
being a 9-year-old and
We
coming
don't
of
need
age.
It.
It was
if
so
it's
disturbing.
cringy, then why
Like-
repeat it?
Yeah.
On
I'm
national-
not.
And you walked out, and then you want to tell
You
our
walked
listeners.
out and you're going to
No,
tell our listeners
I'm
what you
not.
walked out. No
I'm
thanks.
not.
Moving
I'm
on. Okay, here are some fun, happy news. The U.S. Postal Service announced that a Betty White stamp is coming next year. She is being honored for being a television icon, of course, for 70 years, and for her animal advocacy.
That's
She is
amazing.
among the first 2025 designs that the U.S. Postal Service announced on Friday. They say she gained younger generations of fans as she entered her 90s and also was revered as a compassionate advocate for animals. It's been almost 3 years. 3 years since she passed away. Y'all, she passed away on New Year's Eve 2021, 18 days away from her 100th birthday.
Oh yeah, so
When you say she would fall into the category of a national treasure,
Totally.
yeah, she's up there with Dolly Parton. They did like a Mount Rushmore of women
Oh, yeah.
that meant so much to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many Dolly shirts I saw over the weekend? There's a lot of Dolly.
At the Nutcracker Market?
Yes,
Yeah.
Dolly for president, Dolly this, Dolly that.
Would you put-
lots of Dolly.
Besides Dolly,
I almost
and
wanted to buy one.
Betty, who else would you put up there for women?
Oh gosh, let's think.
trying to
National
think.
treasure women who are just
who have just really
go-getters,
done
everybody
so much
loves
for.
so much.
Yeah, because like Carol Burnett, nobody really knows her under 30. You know,
It's true, but she
Probably.
broke down so many doors.
She did so
Lucille
much.
Ball
She
broke
did so
down all
much,
the
yeah.
doors.
But
Lucille
Carol
Ball's that
Burnett's show was
So funny.
So funny.
but nobody knows it.
And you can stream it. I think it's
It's
on
on
Netflix.
BTV, I think, or one of those channels.
Yes, you're right. One of those.
If you go to, is it not Tubi? What's that one I use? Pluto Television has an entire channel just for her.
Oh, really?
Pluto has a whole channel for every show that you grew up with. They have an entire channel all day, 24/7 of that show.
Could you put Oprah up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oprah changed television.
Yeah.
Can we put Meryl Streep? More for acting.
She's just she's a
versus
great
all
actress.
around.
She may be the GOAT.
All right, let's think. Who else?
Maybe because she's so good, we don't really know who she is as a regular
As a
person.
person?
I think you nailed it right there.
Like
Would
we
you
know.
put Martha Stewart up there?
Yeah.
Ooh, no.
I
Which
mean,
think
She's polarized.
pretty,
A lot of people dislike her, too.
I want someone in the cooking world like that, though. I
It's,
kind of see what
it
you're
would have
doing.
been
She's
Paula
like-
Dean had she not fallen.
Yeah, my girl Paula.
that whole
Oh,
racist
yeah.
thing.
It would have been Paula Dean had she not had that whole
I had a bad
racist
luck
thing.
there. I had a good photo of her and me hugging, and then I had a picture of me and the Papa John's guy at the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh, can never show those photos again.
Nope.
Don't want to be around those
Guilt
two.
by association.
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out with those two.
but you
Yeah,
did.
I mean, honestly, to have so Dolly Parton and Betty White really are in their own category because you don't have to have like their entertainment factor to like them.
But you can acknowledge
Lucille
that
Ball,
they're
would you put her
iconic.
in there?
Oh, of course. I mean, Lucille Ball did so much. I mean,
People don't realize what she did though.
hey, we
in
would
this
have
generation,
Star
they don't
Trek
know.
today if it weren't
Right.
for Lucille
She
Ball.
had a production company.
She
that-
created Desi
Dolly
Lou.
and Betty is like, it's not like any political stuff. You know what I mean? It's just,
I see.
just
Everyone loved
They
it.
just, it was universal.
Would you put
Just
Aretha
made you
Franklin
smile.
in that?
I
She's
think
more
so.
like
she was.
because
Yeah.
her music is so iconic and her sass like superseded her. You
She's
know,
a
like
Blues
everybody knew about her
Brothers.
sass. I never saw her. I never saw that.
You never
movie.
saw the Blues Brothers?
I did not.
Oh, that's a funny
So
She
we're
was in
movie.
saying
that?
Dr. Ruth. How about Reba?
Reba.
She's getting there with the voice and stuff, and she's doing the comedy show. And she has a
How old is
sitcom
Reba? I
now.
think Reba's like 70, isn't she?
She's well liked.
She's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody who's real versatile. Cher?
Yes.
Cher, acting,
Cher
singing.
overcame a lot.
Let's see who else. I'm looking at like different lists of people. We already talked about Oprah. I don't know. We're bringing up a lot of people here that you have to be super versatile and it has to be in a good light all the time.
Yeah.
Like if you look at iconic women in entertainment, like Whitney Houston is one of them, but she had a fall from grace from the drugs.
You must be scandal free, right?
And Oprah had that Hawaii stuff.
I don't feel like
last year.
that stuck as hard.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah, yeah.
People, if you don't like her, you use that as their.
It made people upset.
I feel like that was kind of a blip. I don't feel like that took her down.
I
Maybe a
don't know,
blip to
don't
you,
really- yeah,
not a blip to someone else.
because you love her so much. Mm-hmm. But if, you,
I
if
mean,
you're on the fence,
I don't love her so much.
If you're
I
on
mean,
the fence, you're
I
not
have been
gonna-
a
you're
fan
gonna
of
use
her, and I
that.
respect 100% what she's done for the world. I don't feel like because she asked people to help raise money for Hawaii, it's like hate her forever. That's my personal opinion. I don't feel like because she asked people, hey, let's try and help Hawaii, you should. You know,
because you have the Oprah glasses on.
You do. You love that woman.
I don't have the Oprah glasses on anymore. I used to have it when her show was on. It was stronger because I really did learn so much from her. I always say I grew up on Oprah. She raised me. I learned all these things after school. And to your point, Eric, in Chicago where you grew up, she was on at 9 a.m. You never saw her.
No.
She's who babysat me after school if I got picked up on time.
Yeah, but people had
She was on at 4.
VCRs even before the DVR. People
Yeah, and I
act
would
like
record her every day.
people act like nobody could see something taped before the DVR. That's a lot of crap. When we were kids, we had a
tape it
VCR.
every
We just
day.
hit record.
I had it-
and go back and watch it.
Oprah also brought us Dr. Phil and
yeah.
Dr. Oz.
Well, at the time, but at the time they were amazing.
Yeah.
At the time they
Yeah.
were all amazing
That
and
is true.
controversy free. They were like gifts.
I hate you.
Oprah's on Diddy's
Tina
list.
Turner's. I said Tina Turner should be on that wall or
See?
that Mount Rushmore. Eric,
See, it's hard to find.
that's a good one. So a lot of people are texting us all.
Who isn't
all
on
these different
Diddy's
words.
list?
I know, Diddy.
Oh, I know.
I know.
He stopped by here and threatened some people.
Yeah. He did.
That's why Kevin didn't come to work for 3 days.
That's right.
Beyonce's dead after you and Diddy.
Yeah, is he still after you, Kev?
No, I'm blackmailing him. I got some.
I'm
I've got
blackmailing him?
I got some videos, pictures, and some baby oil.
All right, coming up next, it is Thanksgiving time, right around the corner, which means it rolls into Christmas, and a lot of proposals happen at that time. I have said on the show before that a lot of women who have been proposed to don't really remember what the man said to them. it's like white noise. You're like, oh my God, it's happening. And it's just white
Overwhelmed
noise.
with emotion.
So there's a list of the things that you would change about your marriage proposal. And the reason I want to bring this up is because if you are someone who is planning to get engaged over these next few weeks and your person doesn't know it, you might want to listen to this list to see, should there be anything you need to tweak from your plan because of the list?
And can we grade Sam and Roula's, grade your engagement? When
You want to grade it or you want us to
no, I
grade
want you
it?
guys to grade. Like, be honest about if you give your husband now an A or B, a C or D for the way they asked you.
All right.
I
for
like
their
that.
hand in
Okay.
marriage. So think about that.
Mark, turn the radio off. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hey, honey, go do something else.
We'll talk about
Go
it
back
next
to
on the
work.
Rule and Ryan Show.
It's KRBE with more of the Rule and Ryan Show.
All right, we want to hear from you at 833-390-KRBE. If you are happy with the way your engagement went, if you're already engaged or have been married for a long time, or, how would you rate your engagement? Because there's a story about the things that you would change about your marriage proposal if you could go back. And I know that as we approach Thanksgiving and the Christmas holidays into the new year, a lot of people who've been dating for a while or want to make that change and be like, go to the next level are going to be asking that question, right? And so you're thinking, well, I want it to be perfect. And nobody says, I want a mediocre proposal to happen to my...
mediocre proposal.
Yeah, you want a perfect proposal, right? So if somebody could catch you at the pass and be like, don't make this mistake, what's the thing people would say?
Because guys, I think we don't realize this. You ladies are going to you have to tell the story for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life, people ask you, how did it happen?
They want to see the ring. They want to hear how it happened. Then you got to tell your kids someday down the road. They want to know. So we don't think that
agree
way.
with that. Yeah.
It's 5 points. 5 points you need to think about for a marriage proposal.
Whoa.
And we have totally done this topic before. How many women even remember what the man said? Because it's like white noise.
Yeah, no.
Or like what your partner said, whatever the situation is. What did your partner say? A lot of people are like, I don't know what they said. Number one is the location. You got to think about where you're going to do it. Location's number one. Number two is the delivery. How is it happening? Down on one knee, not down on one knee? Where was it happening? Did you just get out of the shower and you were like, what? I can't hear you. It's so, what? I'm so hot and sweaty in here. What are you saying to me? No. It's about the delivery.
Gosh.
Number three, are you going to have friends and family involved, or is it going to be just the two of y'all? That's something else you got to think about. Number four, the weather. Are you planning on doing this outside somewhere and you live somewhere where it blistery blizzards? And then by the time you decided the perfect place was going to happen, it got covered in snow, or here in Houston, you're sweating hot and it's misery and mosquito-y. Number five, what the actual words were. So you got to think of those 5 things: location, delivery, whether friends and family will be there, the weather, and what was actually said. 35% of people said they would change the location of the engagement. They're like, they did not like where they chose to do it.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah.
Dang.
Let's see.
I mean, it just depends. Like I did the proposal where we had our first date, and I just thought it was symbolic. That's all.
Arby's?
Yeah, we had our first date at Arby's.
Yeah, went to Shipley's.
They put that horsey sauce on that roast beef, and then it's right there.
Yeah, I put the diamond between the 2 slices of roast
Lift
beef.
up
Kia is on the phone, and she hits one of the 5 points when it comes to her engagement. Hi, Kia. Welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show.
Hi.
Good morning.
So what is it that you would have
Good
changed about
morning.
your engagement? How long have you been with your mate?
So we've been married almost 10 years in July.
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome.
Congratulations. Now, what would you change about the
Thank you.
proposal?
Okay, so I rated I hate to do it to him. I rated a 6.5.
6.5.
And what I would change is, because he had his family there, but he didn't invite any of my family.
Oh,
think it was
his
just-
family, none of yours.
Now, was that an oversight or was that intentional?
No, I think he was just so nervous that he just simply forgot to
okay.
Were you-
invite them.
So
Was your
Because they
family
love
hurt?
him,
Was
and
your-
he loves them.
But were they hurt?
They love each other. My family, they love it.
I'd be hurt though if my new future
Yeah,
son-in-law
my
did that to
sisters
me.
were, and I have 5 sisters,
Oh.
so they
Oh,
were
man.
like, "Excuse me."
well, that's probably
They
why.
got cheated out of the experience.
They're like too many judgy
Yeah, they were
pants.
like, "Why didn't we go?" I was like, "I don't know what that was about." But
So-
yeah, and then
Wait, Kia, tell me, where was it a surprise for you? Like you had no idea it was coming, and you were at his house, like a family event, or how was all of his family there and none of yours?
okay, so we knew we had decided we're going to get married, and then but he didn't tell me he was going to propose because I'm just thinking we're going to just do it, you know, no big deal. And then we went out with some friends who weren't necessarily super close friends, which is why it caught me off guard.
Acquaintance
And then we
friends.
were at a karaoke bar
Okay.
because I love karaoke.
Yeah.
And I see his family showing up, and we used to party. You know, it's no big deal. Like, we party with each other's family, no big deal. So that wasn't. It should have been a sign, but I wasn't thinking. And so, like, when I saw his dad and his uncle, I was like, oh, okay, cool. You guys are hanging out with us tonight? Nice. And then I'm on stage and I'm singing In Vogue, Don't Let Go.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like,
oh,
because
I can't
That was my next question.
That's some set it off.
Did he sing the proposal to you?
Okay, so you're singing, and then what happens?
And then I'm done singing. He walks up to the stage. He gets on one knee.
In front of
and
everybody, in the
I'm
whole club.
shocked. In front of the entire bar, yeah.
Wow.
And I don't remember what he said. That is so true. That's funny. But I do remember him saying he loves me and he loves me. That's all I remember.
Yeah, all
him
that
saying.
noise, all that
Did
noise
he say
comes
that?
in your
Was he
ears.
saying it into the microphone?
Yeah, he was like,
With the
something,
reverb?
something, I love you.
Oh.
And then you said, yes, where's my mom?
Oh my God.
Is my mom here too?
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, no. Oh.
He was just excited and he wanted to share it
I
with his
think he
family.
was so nervous.
You know what
And
I
he
want to know,
forgot to call
Kia?
yours.
What was the face like on your mom or your dad or your sisters when did you call them from the karaoke club? Or I need to know that side of it because you know it was not good. It was like, wait, what?
Yeah, how'd you tell him?
Everyone's there without us?
Yeah, I went and saw them the next day because it was really late and I was on a high, of course, and everyone's around us. And so I went and I'm like, guess what, guys? And I'm honestly not even thinking, why weren't they there in the moment? But when I'm like, guess what? I got, Thomas proposed to me. They looked at me like, what? And then it dawned on me. I was like, oh no. And my sister was just like, she's almost still not over it. Like,
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
Because to Eric's point, guys,
10
what do we
years.
say?
10
You
years.
talk about that proposal story the rest of your
Yeah.
life. And every time it's like a spear in their side. They're like, yeah, I know. Thomas's whole family was there.
Yeah, that's
He didn't
hurt.
call any of us.
That hurts. That hurts.
His uncle was there,
Yeah.
but her dad was not.
Oh.
His uncle was there, but her
Did
mother was not.
Did your husband at least ask for your
your
dad's hand
dad's,
in marriage and stuff? Did you do the talk with your
he
dad?
did.
That's
He
good.
did before time. Yes. He
least did
Okay,
that.
good.
Oh, Thomas.
But y'all had been talking for a long time about, hey, we're going to get married. So it wasn't completely
Right.
out of the blue.
But it makes her feel awkward because she has to
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
her parents that. It's like, oh, Thomas, come on.
Come on, Thomas. Well,
I get
Kia,
that.
thank you for sharing your story. We appreciate you. She gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
Hope they still love him.
Yeah.
10 years, they
Hold
should by
that
now.
to
yeah.
Sure.
Let
Hopefully
it
they're
go.
over it.
It's been a decade. He's a
man.
good guy.
We're going to have to bring this back because we're running out of time.
Yeah,
but we
I
need to
know.
rate our own. Me and Sam
yeah.
need to rate our own. What'd you give yours, Sam?
I would give mine an 8 out of 10. The only reason why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because it was the morning sunrise, and so I look like crap. I just look like crap. You know what I mean? Like, I just woke up. I just threw like yogas on, not a cute sweatshirt. Like, I just wasn't looking cute at all.
Did y'all
And
take
then
pictures?
I actually cried, which is shocking. And my face was all swollen from crying. And I'm wearing this ugly outfit because it's just like.
So he didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't do anything
it was
wrong.
you.
It was my outfit choice because he was like, hey, let's go watch.
Let's take a picture.
Let's go walk the beach in the morning
Aw.
because we would always watch the sunrise.
Did Misty come up to you?
Yeah, Misty came up with the ring around her, and it was
Aw.
like perfect. And my family took
That's
pictures
cute.
from all the different
My
angles.
dog would have
but-
ran the other way and peed in the bushes and never
Yeah.
seen
No,
it.
Eating the
Misty was.
ring.
I mean, it was hard catching Misty.
You've eaten
It's like
the
catching
ring.
a squirrel, but
Yeah.
you know.
On my husband would probably give himself an 8 out of 10. I give it a 10 out of 10 because he tried to propose to me in 3 different places.
Aw.
And every place that he was trying to go to that was significant to our relationship was not open for lunch.
But see, you guys did
It's
the
all different
research.
places.
You tried.
That's why he
put
put
in
it
the
in.
work.
He had to do like a redo, but I loved it. It was great. It was after church, and we had gone to lunch, and I had no idea that ring was burning a hole in his pocket. And we'd gone to lunch, and I looked cute. My nails were done. I had
Yeah.
makeup on. It was nice. And we ended up going to a place that was really significant to when we were dating, and it was great. It was just really cold. The white noise came in. I can't remember what he said. I was crying. I couldn't see it. I was like, I can't see the ring.
So I guess guys
Thank
don't worry
you.
about saying anything. They won't remember.
Some people will, but
No,
there's
speak
a
from
high
the
percentage
heart.
of women that just,
But
it's just so overwhelming. It comes over you. And you're like, oh my God.
And they both
this
got
is
down on their
happening.
knees.
Yes, they both got down
I
on
hear
their
that's a
knees.
new thing now. They're not doing that anymore.
What?
That's stupid.
Yeah,
That's
there was-
tradition.
that was one of
Yeah.
the stats of men aren't doing that anymore.
Sad.
Y'all should just.
Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, so the national average score on the SAT exams is 1050. Okay, 1.7 million
What's
people.
the highest you can get? I don't even know how it changed
I'm
anymore.
not sure what the highest is, but I do have the top 5 school districts
Where's
in
the
Houston.
You know,
Who had the
It used to be 1,600 for
That's
the.
what I
Well, they
thought.
changed it around. Right?
Yeah, they
But
did.
you can look that up. So,
Well, you can look that up because Ryan's
Probably
doing the
20
news
years
story,
ago
but
they
didn't look it
changed
up.
Let's see. What is the highest?
all right.
Somebody
so
text us because somebody right now knows exactly what the number is. While we
as
Google
far
it.
as the highest testing areas of Houston, number 5 is Fort Bend ISD with an average of 1088. Number 4 is Katy, average of 1098. Number 3 is Conroe with 1106 as their average.
Nice. All right, Conroe.
Yeah. Number 2 is Friendswood with an 1146 average. And the number 1 highest SAT score average is Pearland with 1147.
Nice.
So Pearland.
It's all that
bring it
killing
home.
beef they're eating over there.
All that beef.
So it does say the highest SAT score you can possibly earn still is 1,600. The lowest is 400. It's the
Okay.
math and the evidence-based reading and writing score.
I think I took the ACT. They say every time you take it again, you go up a point. I went
Did you
down
really?
a point.
I also went down
I
in
never took that.
I didn't want to
from
do it.
junior to senior year.
I'm going to be a farmer. I
What
don't
if we try
need
and
this.
take them
You're
now?
gonna be a farmer.
What happens if we try and take those tests now?
Oh my God!
with no
Geometry, like
Yeah, I
math.
would fail. I'd break it like a 600.
My kids
I'm
do
like,
that
I don't
now.
know what this is. Oh, wait, we should try and do that. I'm going to try and find a
it
sample
takes
test.
all day.
Yeah.
I'm not
I don't want
doing
to. I don't want to
Can
do
we
that. I don't want to do that to myself.
fast-forward version of it?
For a bit,
No.
I'm not spending my whole day taking a test.
I'm just going to guess A all the way down. And
Yeah.
see. I guarantee I'll get a better
ABCD,
score if I did all
ABCD.
A's.
You get only 25% wrong.
Make
if
like
you
a
only pick
Christmas
A.
tree.
We can
C.
we can barely get through an online training program that's 5 minutes.
Oh, I know.
You're right. You're right. That's
Yeah,
terrible.
we see us in rapid fire.
Oh my God.
We're stupid.
Could you imagine if rapid fire were the college entrance exam?
We might do better then, I guess.
The winner of rapid
you
fire.
guys
Well, you
really
can't
good
be
with it,
angry
Eric.
like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can't
Yeah,
get a fight.
that's
You can't throw the belt on the ground. They're not going to let you into Harvard.
Yeah, like they were going to do that anyway. All right, coming up next, you know we usually do Rule and Ryan's Roses update at 7:20 on Mondays. Well, right before that is going to be in a few minutes, right? The 7 o'clock little section here of our show, and we wanted to kind of focus on some new way we figure out people can cheat.
Oh.
Eric figured out a new way he needs to give people a heads up over
I
the
saw
holiday
this
season.
this weekend. I'm like, watch out, because we like to do how to catch a cheater, which we can do that. Did you catch your cheater, your mate cheating on you recently?
From like technology or something.
Yeah, you didn't need us to do it, but this is has something to do with if you have an iPhone, watch out.
Your mate could
New
be
ways.
really sneaky on the
It's
new
a feature on the
iOS.
iPhone?
Yep.
Is new on the operating system. So we'll reveal that to you. And if you want to share with us how you caught your own cheater because of technology or some other way, call us at 833-390-KRBE.
Android probably had this like 6 years ago.
Oh my God, Samsung for sure had this 6 years ago. iOS and Apple just picked it up.
Those guys have been cheating for years.
We'll tell you what
Those
it is
Android
next
people.
on the Roula and Ryan Show.